let's take a look at our top selections for Dan Illman, Mike Beer, all eyes on Oaklawn Park on Sunday. Monomoy Girl is going to be making her seasonal debut a little bit later on in the Bayakoa, but we'll kick off a 50-cent pick five with this race. Race number 6. We'll put up the field for the Dixie Belle Stakes. $150,000 is the purse. We're going 3/4 of a mile. There are some promising dirt sprinters in here, Mike.
Yeah, this is a good race. There feels like there's some real talent in this field, and there's also perhaps enough speed, I think, to make it an honestly run race.
And as we throw up the Timeform US pace projector, I'm going to tend to agree with your analysis. I hope that Windmill can get to an easy early lead. I think she has a lot of ability, and it certainly wouldn't hurt if this trip works out. But there's other pace. Miss 20 is fast. Abrogate is fast. Heartful of Soul is fast as well. This pace could really heat up in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, listen, maybe Windmill is as fast as she looked in her debut where she wired that field, and we'll just clear off in this race. But boy, I don't feel like it's going to be easy for her to do that. There are horses in this race who should be going.
The number 1 Going Good has shown versatility on turf. Gate to wire winner in her debut at Indiana Grand. Rallied from off the pace after an awkward start last time out at the fairgrounds. Now she not only gets test for class, she gets test for surface. I look at this pedigree, I say dirt's going to be fine.
Yeah, I think she'll probably handle it too. It's no surprise that they started her out on turf because her damn good deed turned out to be a really fast turf sprinter when they switched her over. But she started her career as a dirt sprinter, and she was a winner on that surface as well. So I feel like this filly will handle it, and I think she's run perfectly fine in her 2 starts so far.
Mariah's Princess is a sleeper for the underrated Phil Bauer barn. This is a filly that's taken on some good competition sprinting in her 3 lifetime starts, and I just don't think that trip really worked out for her last time.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately it felt like maybe that was the way that Miguel Mena wanted to do it because she broke alertly like she always does. She's a great gate horse. So she'll get forward in her races, but they took her off of it last time and decided to come to the outside. All in all, Dan, I thought she ran really well last time. Joy's Rocket is a really nice horse, and she couldn't catch her. The horse who finished 3rd is a really nice horse and came back with a big win. This filly's really dangerous in this race to me.
Certainly is, especially if the pace heats up. Miss 20 is the number 3. This is a filly that was a stakes winner last year at Prairie Meadows. She blew that field away. She hasn't run back to that race just yet.
She hasn't. She does have some speed. And again, she's one of the horses who I feel like they should be going forward with in here. I just don't know if she's good enough.
Big Time the 4 is a multiple stakes winner, but both of those wins came against fellow Louisiana breds. I'm not going to hold the last race against her. They tried to stretch her out, and that's probably not what she wants to do. She is a closing sprinter, in my opinion, and she might get the right pace set up.
Yeah, that's what I thought was interesting. She's cutting back here, and she's shown the ability to run from off the pace in a race that could get hot up front. I think those things could really help her, and she probably needs some help to beat this field.
Abrogate the number 5 has done nothing wrong for Steve Asmussen. Let's watch her 3-year-old debut, entry-level allowance at Oaklawn over a muddy track. She got right up close to the pace. She is being confronted on the outside, and she shows some talent here just to beat back this horse on her outside and win. 85 Beyer speed figure is nothing to sneeze at. Tactical speed and a solid outside post.
Yeah, I think she's the horse to beat. Her debut was really good, I thought, at Churchill. And I like this win from her, Dan. I know it's not, one of those smashing wins that you would maybe expect from an odds-on favorite, but the horse that was second to her, who knows how good she is, but there's a chance that she's pretty good. She won her debut easily leading into that race for Brad Cox.
Heartful of Soul, the number 6, beat Males at Canterbury Park in stakes action in her 2nd lifetime race. And then last time out, they ran her at Delaware. She caught a sloppy track, and she caught Street Loot, who right now is the Mid-Atlantic's best 3-year-old filly sprinter. That race was just a little too tough for Heartful of Soul. She's fast. She's fresh.
Yeah, another horse with a lot of speed, and I expect them to try to use it in here. She just has to take a step forward off the layoff. Who's to say she can't do it? She ran pretty well last year.
A horse that would benefit from a fast pace is the 7. Someone Said So. Let's watch her last race. It was her first time against winner Sam Houston, going 5.5 furlongs. She made a mid-race bid into this spot, and she's going to be okay. She's going to finish third. She'll have to run better against this field, but she's hoping for a big pace.
Yeah, they're stepping her up here and do what looks like a pretty tough stakes race, so she is going to have to improve.
Windmill is the number 8, and it was sort of surprising to see her dismissed at 12-1 in her career debut. Going out for Larry Jones is a $330,000 yearling. Let's watch what Windmill did. She scored, went right to the front. The concern in watching this race, Mike, is that there's no running going on behind her. These two horses just ran 1-2 all the way around the track, and it's hard to gauge if this field has any quality behind the top two. But Windmill, she ran.
Yeah, she really did. She had good speed from the start. She's much the best at the end. This is a pretty promising debut. You're right, though. It feels like maybe it wasn't the greatest field in the world. The horse that was clearly second was the odds-on favorite. That horse came back and did not run well in her next race.
Let's take a look at our top picks for the Dixie Belle Stakes. Mariah's Princess is a horse that seems to be improving with each start. She's going to be a price in this race, and she might get the setup. I'm curious to see how Windmill is ridden by Joe Talamo. From the outside, she's got big speed. If someone else wants to go, at least she has some options from being drawn outside.
Yeah, and she has a figure to fall back on too, Dan. I mean, that 84 that she earned in her debut, whether that field was good or not, she did run a pretty fast race. I like the two's last two races quite a bit, though, and I like her tactical speed as well.
2, 5, 8, and 1 for Mike, 8, 5, 2, and 4 for me in the Dixie Belle Stakes at Oaklawn on Sunday. Good luck.